You don't have to be technically minded to get ready for digital TV.
Welcome to the digital world. By June 12th, Antenna TV will be all digital.
Everything will be broadcast digitally, even game shows.
You've probably seen a lot of those commercials lately. Hi, I'm Mike DeSerio from the National Association of Broadcasters. The whole transition to digital television may leave you scratching your head, but it's not as complicated as you might think. There are some things about DTV that can seem confusing, but we're going to walk through everything during this program, step by step, so that you can keep watching all your favorite shows and experience all the benefits of digital television.
Digital, what does that mean?
Broadcasting in digital means sending out information in a string of bits, or ones and zeros, like a computer uses. Your TV then reassembles this information into pictures and sound. Digital technology allows us to pack more information in a smaller amount of space, like fitting 16 lanes of traffic onto a 4-lane road. Since 2003, most stations have been broadcasting in both analog and digital. With its more efficient use of the nation's airwaves, the benefits of DTV are crystal clear.
With digital television transmission, you get awesome pictures, great sound quality, multiple channels of programming, and it's free. It's free.
Anybody who remembers the old days of adjusting rabbit ear antennas and seeing snow on their screen is going to appreciate the digital picture quality.
It's true, a revolution has come to broadcast television, even bigger than the change to color TV. Now, for viewers, this big change directly affects those of you watching an analog TV using an antenna. If your television is hooked up to a pay service like cable or satellite, your provider will make the necessary upgrades to keep delivering this station's signal. The exception to that, if you're a satellite customer who receives local channels like this one with an antenna, and you don't have a digital TV set, you'll need to take some action in order to avoid losing this channel. So, Antenna TV viewers, if you don't take the necessary steps to prepare for DTV,
you will not be able to receive programming of any sort, and you will be in the dark.
I think it's a great opportunity. For people who love great broadcast television, this is a phenomenal opportunity to get better picture quality, awesome audio, and more services, and to get it for free. So if you love television the way I love television, this is an awesome opportunity.
In 2005, Congress mandated a deadline of February 17, 2009, after which all full-power television stations would stop broadcasting in analog and switch to broadcasting exclusively in digital. To give Antenna TV viewers more time to upgrade, Congress decided earlier this year to move the deadline for full-power stations to stop broadcasting in analog to June 12th. Some stations were still allowed to turn off the analog signal on the original February 17th date, but others won't turn off their old analog signal until June 12th. And a few stations may even switch sometime in April or May. I know, that might be a little confusing, but even if your favorite station is still broadcasting in analog today, most likely it's already broadcasting in digital too. So there's no reason to wait. To watch free digital television with an antenna, you can upgrade in one of 3 ways. First, you can purchase a new set with a digital ATSC tuner. Most TV sets sold in the last 2 to 3 years have digital tuners, which can pick up your local digital programming using an antenna. Visit dtvtransition.org and click on Is My TV a DTV to see if you have a digital TV. You know your set has a digital tuner if the channel numbers come up on the screen with a dash or a period. For example, channel 4 would come up as channel 4.1 or 4-1. If you see periods or dashes, your TV set is digital and you're watching in digital. An important tip, many TV sets with digital ATSC tuners are shipped with the tuning mode set to cable. In order to pick up free DTV channels, the tuning mode must be changed to antenna before you can scan for channels. You can do this through your TV setup menu. Review the instruction manual for more information. Second, you can purchase a converter box, which makes digital programming viewable on older TVs. Converter boxes cost between $40 and $70, and I'll show you how to hook one up in a few minutes. It's the least expensive way to upgrade, and the federal government is offering $40 coupons to help purchase these boxes. You can order them by calling 1-888-DTV-2009 or by visiting www.dtv2009.gov. 2 coupons are available to any household, but they're only valid for 90 days. So when you get your coupons, take note of the expiration date on them and use them right away.
Consumers should be able to receive their coupons within 9 days of applying for them.
The federal government is in the process of changing the rules for reapplying for coupons if yours expired. Through the early part of this year, if you ordered coupons and they expired, you couldn't reapply for new ones. But those rules have changed.
We're also going to be able to use the first-class mail system, and we're also going to be able to reissue coupons to consumers whose coupons expired before they were able to use them.
The third way to upgrade is to subscribe to a pay TV service like cable, satellite, or a telephone company television service. Contact your local pay TV providers for more information on subscribing. Even if you subscribe to pay TV, consider adding an antenna if you've got a TV with a digital tuner, or get a converter box. It's always good to have access to free TV as an option. When we come back, we'll go through the process of hooking up a converter box, discuss antennas, and talk about rescanning, what that means and why it's going to be important. That's all straight ahead, but first, here's information about when this station is going all digital, and also information about the other stations in your viewing area. Welcome back, everyone. The nationwide digital TV transition is happening, but are you ready for it? If you've got one of these analog TVs in your house hooked up to a rooftop antenna or rabbit ears like these, listen up.
People are confused. They think they have to buy a new TV, and all they really have to do is get a converter box.
What we're doing at RCA is providing a box that allows you to use the TVs that you currently have that have analog tuners and convert the digital signal to analog. So you don't have to throw away your TV, you don't have to buy a new TV, you just hook up this converter box.
Thousands of stores nationwide are selling these boxes, which are also available online and through some phone retailers too. You can find a list of all the DTV converter box retailers at www.dtv2009.gov. So, how do you set up one of these boxes? Well, it only takes a few simple steps. Each unit comes with a remote control and a coaxial cable. It may also have audio-video cables with yellow, red, and white plugs like this, and may have a separate power supply and cord. First, locate the cable that's currently running from your antenna to the TV, take it out of the antenna or VHF-UHF jack on the TV, and put it into the antenna in jack on the converter box. This may also be labeled something like RF in or from antenna. Next, take the coax cable that was supplied with the converter box, put that in the antenna out jack on the box. This may also be labeled something like RF out or to TV, and then put the other end of the coax into the antenna in jack on the TV. Or you can use audio-video cables instead of the coax if you have the cables and your set has the corresponding inputs. If you use a VCR or DVD player, the setup is similar, but you'll have to connect the input of the VCR or DVD player into the output of the converter box. Finally, turn on your TV and put it on channel 3 or 4. If you're using the audio-video cables for hookup, select the TV to AV or video. Then plug the converter box power cord into a wall outlet. Turn on the converter box using the remote and you should see the output of the converter box on the TV screen. It usually appears with a setup menu. If you don't see anything at all, try changing the channel on the TV. Some boxes come set to channel 3 and some to channel 4. Once you see the converter box output, it will probably prompt you to scan for local channels. You may also need to go to Menu and select Setup to auto program or scan in channels. Before you run the scan, make sure your antenna is connected and located where you intend to keep it. And remember, from now on, you need to use the remote control that came with the converter box, not the remote for the TV, to change channels.
In addition to converting the digital signal to analog, also helps take advantage of some of the program information that a lot of broadcasters are including. There's a simple button, it's a very simple guide. It'll tell you some program information for the current program, what's the titles, maybe some stars and the like, how much time is remaining, and also give you an idea what the next program on that station is. So that's just one of the extra digital bits of data that can be embedded into the broadcast stream that can be taken advantage of.
Before we get into rescanning, it's important to know that the digital signals work differently from analog. Once you've hooked up a converter box or digital television and scanned for channels, your picture should be clear with no ghosts or interference. Because of the technical way that the digital information is transmitted and received at your house, it's generally either tuned in perfectly or it's not there at all. Usually your current outside antenna will work for digital. However, if your analog reception is not good, then an upgrade to the antenna will probably be needed. Indoor antennas may also work as well depending on where you live. If you can't find stations that you used to get, or you're getting spotty or pixelated reception, your antenna may need an upgrade. Antennas are key to picking up all of your digital channels. VHF-only antennas like these rabbit ears pick up some channels, while UHF-only antennas like this silver sensor model pick up other channels. So if you have an antenna like this, you may need to get a new combination VHF-UHF antenna like one of these to receive all the digital channels in your area. You can find out which type you need by talking to your local electronics retailer or by using www.antennaweb.org. Where you put your indoor antenna in the room also makes a big difference in how well it receives DTV channels, and you may need to try different locations to get the best reception. Raising it as high as possible is usually best, and you may also need to try changing the direction where the antenna is pointing. An alternative for getting broadcast reception is to use an outdoor or rooftop antenna. They tend to work much better than an indoor antenna. The higher an antenna is placed and the larger it is, generally the better it works. Just be careful setting up any outdoor or rooftop antennas. Many require professional installation. You can pay just a few dollars for some indoor antennas to a few hundred for some outdoor models. Before you make any antenna upgrade, though, check out www.antennaweb.org. There you can type in your address and find out which signals are available where you live. It will also show you what type of outdoor antenna will be needed to pick up all those channels and which direction to point the antenna. Keep in mind that for some stations, the area covered by their broadcast signal may change with the transition to DTV. Most stations will reach the same viewers as before, and some stations will reach even more viewers. But in some cases, because a station switches transmission towers, or because of other technical issues, its coverage area in digital won't exactly match what it covered in analog. If you upgrade with a new TV or converter box, purchase a new antenna, but find you still can't get reception, you should call your local TV station for advice on what to do next. Antenna quality keeps advancing every day. There are small indoor antennas that look like picture frames, flat ones, and big indoor ones that we saw earlier. Again, rooftop antennas generally work best, but there's also a new type of antenna called a smart antenna. Smart antennas have the ability to pick up signals from multiple directions and can sense which direction gets the best signal for each channel. Whenever you change channels, the antenna automatically adjusts itself to get you the best picture quality for that station. These smart antennas aren't available everywhere, and they need a special input in the back of a smart antenna capable TV set or converter box. But some are on the market today. Ask your local retailer about smart antennas and the boxes that work with them, and encourage them to carry antennas that receive the best free digital television out there. Okay, you've got the right antenna. It's hooked up to your converter box, and you've been watching crystal clear digital TV for a while. But now, suppose the DTV transition occurs, and all of a sudden, one of your favorite stations is missing. What happened? It's probably because many stations will change their locations on the broadcast airwaves after turning off their analog signal. This is important to know because this will happen with many stations in most markets right after June 12th. To make sure you're getting all the channels available, you should rescan your converter box or digital television set on June 13th. Otherwise, you might miss some of the channels you received in the past. After you've done it once, it's a good idea to rescan your TV periodically anyway, in case a new station goes on the air or a station changes channels again for some reason. Going back to rescan involves finding the menu function. Usually just press the menu button on your TV or converter box's remote control and choose an automatic scan or easy scan function or manual scan function and let the television or converter box find channels for you. Rescanning for channels is relatively easy, but each TV and converter box is different. So if you're having trouble rescanning, review the instructions or owner's manual. Coming up.
Hi there. Hi, I heard you need to be hooked up with digital television.
Reaching out to someone needing a helping hand with the transition, we'll tell you about a special offer from broadcasters to reward your help. Plus, we'll run through a complete DTV checklist. But first, an important DTV tip. Some smaller low-power television stations, often with religious or community-based programming, may remain in analog. To watch those stations, you need a converter box with the analog pass-through option or a TV set with both analog and digital tuners. Learn more about low-power television at lptvanswers.com. You know, many of the folks who watch antenna television are older Americans or folks with lower income or people living in rural areas. Some people will have a difficult time hooking up a converter box on their own or moving furniture to get behind a TV wall unit to connect the cables. And some folks will have a hard time positioning their antennas correctly.
Those groups tend to rely on over-air broadcasting more than other groups. And so we just need to make sure that we are doing the research that we need to do on the ground to find out what are the best ways to reach those populations.
If you subscribe to cable or have satellite TV or already have a digital TV, you won't be affected by the change. But you might know someone who is.
If you're watching today and you know someone who watches antenna TV, they may need your help. Whether it's going out and buying a converter box for them, hooking it up, adjusting their antenna, rescanning, those are just some of the things you can do to help. And to say thanks, the nation's broadcasters would like to offer a special gift. Send us a short letter, 200 words or less, telling us how you help someone upgrade to DTV, and we'll send you this DTV Answers hat or water bottle. All letters should be mailed to National Association of Broadcasters, care of DTV Transition, 1771 N Street Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20036. Make sure to include your name, address, and whether you prefer the hat or water bottle. This offer is only good while supplies last, so don't wait to lend a helping hand. And if you need some help, accept it from only those you know and trust. Coming up.
The best place to go is the DTVAnswers.com website. It will answer all the questions anyone has about the digital television transition.
More on that website and the toll-free DTV hotline, plus a checklist to make sure you're ready for the transition. That's next on Countdown to DTV. When was the first digital high-definition broadcast in the U.S.? On July 23, 1996, a station in Raleigh, North Carolina transmitted the first public broadcast of digital high-definition programming from their station's tower. Okay, you hear a lot about programs being available in high definition these days. Shows in HD, news in HD. What's the difference between DTV and HDTV? HDTV is the highest level of digital television with more than twice the resolution of standard definition, a widescreen picture, and digital surround sound. Digital converter boxes receive HD programs, but they convert them to standard definition so they can be viewed on an old analog set. Digital is better than analog, but high definition will definitely knock your socks off. What you may not realize is that free high definition TV is available in every market in the country. That's right, you can see your favorite broadcast network programming, entertainment, sports, and even local news on a growing number of stations in high definition over the air for free. Remember, you must have an HDTV set with a good antenna to see all the free high definition programs. Standard definition digital replicates or somewhat exceeds the picture quality you get from analog broadcasting, although it can include surround sound audio. So with a converter box, you get the same programs as on an HDTV set, but you will see them in standard definition. So, do you think you're ready for DTV right now? Let's find out by going through a checklist of all the steps you might need to take. 1. If you have a newer TV set and use it with an antenna, check your owner's manual to see if your set has a digital ATSC tuner. If you have a digital tuner, then you don't need a converter box and most likely simply need to rescan for channels. However, you still may need to upgrade your antenna. 2. Older TV sets that use antennas to get reception now need a converter box to get reception. 3. Many stations will change channels during the transition. all viewers should rescan their converter boxes or digital TV sets today, on June 13th, and periodically in the future to make sure they're getting all the channels available. 4. If you have reception problems, make sure you have a good combination VHF-UHF antenna. And remember, a good rooftop or outdoor antenna will always get the best reception. Check your local electronics store for options. 5. If you can see this program but you're paying for a service like cable or satellite, call your provider to get more information. You still may want to install an antenna on your roof so you've got the most options for getting all the free TV programming. 6. If you've read your instruction manual and rescanned your converter box, and you still think your converter box doesn't work properly, here are the toll-free numbers for some popular converter box manufacturers. You can also reach some of these manufacturers through the FCC's toll-free number 1-888-CALL-FCC. They may be able to help you. 7. What if you're still waiting for a coupon, you want one, or yours expired? You can check the status of your converter box coupon at www.dtv2009.gov. To order a coupon, call 1-888-DTV2009. You could also ask a friend or a family member if they have an extra coupon they can give you. 8. For help, call this number, 1-888-CALL-FCC. For TTY, the number to call is 888-TEL-FCC. Or try calling one of your local television stations. There could be a high volume of calls coming in, so if you get a busy signal, please try your call again later. We hope this program has helped you make the switch to digital TV. For more information, check out www.dtvanswers.com for help. I'm Mike DeSurio. Thanks for watching. Now, this station has some important information to pass along about changes in their service coverage areas. We hope this program has helped you make the switch to digital TV. For more information, check out www.dtvanswers.com for help. I'm Mike DeSurio. Thanks for watching.